Hi, I'm Schuey, and in this video I'm going to show you how to fry up mushrooms for that perfect barbecue side dish, or just to have as a snack. This may be a nice easy recipe, but there are a few tips to keep in mind when making these. So sit back, pour a drink, and let's get into this. What mushrooms are best used for this recipe? Edible ones are my choice, no point dying over a meal. I personally like to use a small button styled mushy. You just tend to get a better result by using a smaller mushroom. So to prep these, all we have to do is trim off the ends of the stalks. Now we just have to give them a quick wash. So I'll place the mushrooms into a colander and grab a jug of water and just pour the water over all the mushrooms. And then we just need to let them drain. So let them rest in another bowl, let the water drain off. Now using a piece of paper towel, I'll just dry them off nice and carefully. Perfect. Now for today's cook, I'm going to be using a 57cm Weber Kettle, and I'm also going to be utilising one of my kettle cones. I'll start by 3/4 filling a chimney starter with briquettes. I'll light that up, and when they're fully ashed over and ready to be used, I'll grab my kettle cone, put it on the charcoal grill upside down, and dump the lit charcoal in there. I'll then place my gourmet grill on top so I can put my Weber wok in place. Now if you don't have the gourmet grill or the Weber wok, I suggest getting them. They are pretty awesome. By all means, you could use a fry pan, or you could just take it into your kitchen and fry them in there. Using a deep fryer, obviously, I'm not suggesting anyone take their Weber into their kitchen and start cooking. Now we obviously have to get some oil into that wok and start heating it up, and be careful. We are dealing with oil, which is flammable, and charcoal, but it's no different than if you're at your stovetop and you've got an open flame. Be careful. I'm using rice bran. Why? I like it. 2, it's got a high smoke point. So I can't really tell you how much to use because I don't know what you're actually frying in. A couple of cups will do it, I suppose, if you're going to do it in a wok. Now I'm using this atomic chicken coating that is available in all great countries. It's actually only available in Australia so far. So step up other countries and get some. Now you will need 1.5 cups of the seasoning and some beer. Oh, and some beer for the seasoning. Right, put 1 cup of seasoning in one bowl and the 1/2 cup of seasoning in the bowl with the mushrooms. And now for the beer, I'm using Fixation Obsession. Just tip that in with the 1 cup of seasoning and whisk it up. Now that that's mixed, we can pop in another cup and keep whisking. Scrape it all down from the edges, and that's the perfect consistency we want, a nice thin batter. Now onto the mushies with the dry seasoning. We just want to mix them all up so we can see that they're all just getting a nice coating. Just mix it around for about 30 seconds or a minute. You just want to make sure they're all coated. It's going to help that batter stick a bit better and add a bit of flavour. As you can see, all coated. You could have reused this seasoning in this bowl. I find it's easy to have 2 separate bowls going. Now we don't want the extra seasoning in there and thickening up our batter, so just all the mushrooms, pop them in like that, a few at a time. Once they're in, make sure they all get covered with the batter. Again, just taking the time, the batter will stick, but you definitely want them all coated. Now, if you are still stuck on the fact that you don't have any atomic chicken coating, use 1 cup of plain flour and 1 or 2 tablespoons of your favourite barbecue rub. It won't taste as good, but it's better than nothing. Once the oil is ready, grab yourself a beer. We are cooking with a direct heat using the Weber today. All up, our cook's only going to take between 5 and 7 minutes. Or for those of you using my beer timer, you're looking at a 1 beer cook. Now, lifting the mushrooms out of the batter can be a little messy, so allow any excess of the batter to drip off back into the bowl first. And then throw a handful of mushies into the hot oil. Now, when I say throw, I don't actually mean throw. Do not use force when putting food into hot oil. And fry these until they are golden brown. As I said, this should take about 5 or 7 minutes. And you will notice that they just float, so you just have to sort of scoop them around a bit so they cook nice and evenly. Once the first batch is done, just put them into a bowl with a bit of paper towel to drain off. Then in goes the next batch, and we'll just rinse and repeat until all the mushies are cooked. Now that our mushies are all done and they've all got a beautiful golden colour to them, it's time to dig in, yeah? Wrong. You see, the good people at Atomic Chicken headquarters also released something else. Something so glorious, it should be illegal. Atomic Chicken chicken salt. What is chicken salt, you ask? Remember back when I said only available in Australia? Best you email someone important and get this stuff into your country. So give the mushies a good sprinkle of the chicken salt and shake them up a bit. And garnish with some freshly mown lawn clippings. This you can throw. That was actually parsley. Now, how good do they look? Just grab one, pop that into your gob and enjoy. Cheers, thanks for watching.